And we're alive.
Hello, Sunday
Hello,
servant.
Sunday service, as Brandon says. And we're here, and two people are watching. Don't know who's that?
Shit, I'm so sorry.
Echo. You have to turn off the YouTube. Or mute the YouTube.
How do I mute the YouTube?
Just to turn off the volume.
One second. How do we mute the YouTube? All right, I think we're good to go. So, how are you today? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Perfect.
and now it's fine.
Awesome.
Or you can watch YouTube, but you have to turn down your volume. Same with me. I can watch YouTube as well, but I have to turn the volume down. I don't need that. One people is someone is watching.
Someone is watching.
Dushan is here. That's perfect. Ciao Dushan. Ciao Dushan. Pozdraví.
How are you?
Yeah, dobrodošli. Hello, hello. Dushan is a friend from Eugene from I don't know, from Bosnia or from Hrvatska or from Serbia. He's from Serbia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He is. Yeah, I remember that correctly. And Dushan, don't be afraid to join to our stream. Here's a link if you want. And if you don't want to be on camera, just to press the button, the sound, and turn off the camera. We have a couple of things here. I can start with a couple of mines here. The old Lindstand Guerlain pour homme EDP.
Ooh,
Uh,
love it.
Also EDT is somewhere there. Uh, the my fresh new one, Histoire de Parfum, it's always the best too. If you're blind buying something, my advice is to get a sample if you have a possibility, and if you don't, as I didn't, so it's the best to get a smallest bottle that you can, because not to be disappointed, I recommend you not to buy full bottle, because there's tons of things that disappoint me when I was blind by anything, any brand. So almost 8% was a miss. So, and the third one that I remember and sprayed today after a year was the Cartier Declaration parfum. It's a kind of the rose, uh, uh, spicy rose combo. Somebody likes it, somebody doesn't. It's it's all right.
I've
And
always wanted
here's
to get into History's perfumes. I always used to wear their lotions, but I would love to smell their perfumes someday.
Cartier's
No, History's.
Histoire de Parfums. Yeah, uh, I've had the Histoire de Parfum 1899. That was
Mm.
Hemingway, and it's just a subtle, more more subtle version of spice bomb EDT. So if you're familiar with spice bomb EDT, you don't need to buy it at all because it's like 96% identical same thing.
Interesting. 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 Interesting.
Yeah, like the stream for the smelly team. Thank you, Dushan.
Hello, my brother Brandon. How are you, Dushan?
Yeah,
So, here we have some Sucrier de Madames. These are from the 1980s. These were only demonstration bottles used in the boutiques of Guerlain, and were used to just spray the perfume, and then you would be sold the same perfume but in another presentation. So these actually came from the stores. We have some of the classics here. Uh, we have Samsara, Jiki, Abbey Rouge, Allure Blue, Mitsuko, Shamad, Shakti Aroms, Furor, Shamsilis, Nahima, Liu, Samsara. Did I say Samsara? And we have Aprelonde.
April
Uh,
only.
Aprelonde, and they would come in these style bottles.
Mm, I haven't familiar with that. Oh, Anush is here as well. Thanks, thank all, thanks all for writing. If even if you haven't possibility to join to our stream,
What's up? How are
and
you, Yush?
Brandon is showing us the La Prédon Londres, the older or the vintage bottle that is not available right now. That I suppose
Weird dance.
it's not. And Anush is greeting us once again, working but listening and loving this stream. Love you guys. Thank you, Anush.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. Uh,
So there was a specific guy who designed these bottles,
cool.
and yes, let me see. He designed these bottles, and he got an illness, and he died.
And I haven't heard the name of that because those bottles are so unique, and I don't remember the name. I've seen it somewhere years ago, but now I cannot cannot remember. Don't you know his name, or don't you mention? Haven't you mentioned his name or her name?
I have. Let me see.
Sorry for misunderstanding and not catching the name.
No problem. So these bottles, they came in, these gold canisters, gold-plated canisters, and inside they each held 200 ml bottles, predominantly. As you can see here, this bottle here is a 2.5 ounce, but it's the same bottle that was around that era. And the guy who designed these was the jeweler Robert Gossin.
Ah, Robert Gossip. Thank you for mentioning him.
Yeah. So I'm reading here now in the Guerlain's Perfumes blog spot that in 2008, a Guerlain essay told a member of Bout that the manufacture of the Sucrière flacons had just passed away and the flacons would be discontinued as he was the sole manufacturer.
Okay.
So it would have been nice if he lived a little bit longer because these bottles are a beauty.
Hello to Perfume Snobs. Hello to Dior from Eugene as well. Everybody's here, and that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
So, I have also have some things here I want to smell. I want to smell some of these sucriers. We can possibly start off with Samsara.
Okay,
I love Samsara. On the bottles, they would
okay.
they would display the notes behind, and obviously the name of the perfume. So it says on the back, it's an Oriental Boise notes dominance of jasmine, santal, and balsamic. Samsara is an absolute beauty for me. Oh wow! Look who's here, Rafael Nadal.
He's muted
I
now.
can't wait to smell it. Put it on, bro.
Yeah, you're online, and now
Oh,
I'm muted. Thank you. We're all here. The golden trio.
what's up? What's up, Brandon?
¿Cómo estás, hermano?
¿Qué tal? Aquí.
Todo
Well,
It's a little bit cool here, but it's nice. Not as nice as
Hermes.
Florida. I know. What are you in the 70s? I don't want to hear it. How are you, Milos? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
We're fine. We're fine. We have a couple of the old things here today.
What do you
Dior,
have? Oh,
Dior,
yes.
Dior Sauvage as well. Brandon has his arsenal here of weapons,
Of course.
of course, all of them.
Sucre de Madame's.
What is that?
So
Linstein,
these,
Guerlain.
oh, that's Lensa de Milan. These are Sucre de Madame's. These came out in the 1980s. These were just demonstration bottles and display bottles for the Guerlain boutiques. So they would have the perfume that was being advertised, and beside that perfume, these bottles. These bottles were designed by
Interesting, because I had gotten some parfums of Bijan from Anush at Enchanté Perfumes, and he told me that that was a parfum. I don't know if it was limited made, but it was a parfum version of the Bijan cologne. But
interesting.
so what you have there was that it was never sold to the public then?
No, it was never sold to the public.
Okay.
So they would come. This is Samsara, and they came inside of these gold-plated cases.
Oh my
They
God.
came with 200 mLs, 200
Super.
ml bottles. Let me just show you. So you'd open it up, crack it open.
And how was your day, Al? Thank you for stopping by. And
Sure.
you're here
I'm
on.
just, I'm just looking at my brother's collection saying, oh my God, look at all these bottles. Oh, man, I would be spraying something every day. Boom, boom, oh, I would do one in the morning, one in the afternoon. I would be switching. My wife would kick me out of the house, but hey, I've been playing tennis, man.
I've
That's what I
seen
did
those
today.
pictures, yeah, on Facebook.
It was great. It was good. I had a lot of fun. How
Dushan's
about
right.
you, Milos? Did you practice your drums?
No, not at all. I was exhausted and just spending my whole day with my fiance and her kids. So we were together watching the TV around the evening. And now Brandon wrote me a message just if I want to start streaming with him. So I'll send it instantly to you as well. And we're here. And all the frag snobs and perfume collectors are here as well as a
I was just a fragrance user. That's all. But
yeah.
you know, like I say, like I told you, Milos, that the stuff that I use now is all the classics. I know they're reformulated, but it just reminds me of the past. That's the only reason I buy it, because you know I like to remember the past. So you
That's
know,
good.
it puts a smile on my face. You know.
Agree. And look at the comment from Dushan. It's Eugene's friend from Serbia. Vintage Bijan man is Schwarzenegger, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Really.
Bijan man, I'm not familiar with that fragrance.
From what I understand, I don't know anything about perfumes, but I've just heard. Okay, I'm just a learner, that the way they structured that Bijan, and you know maybe Brad knows about they did it backwards. In other words, what you find in the base, it's in the top notes of this cologne, but it has like about 20 notes, like everything else in the 70s. Well, you guys know in the 80s, there were a lot of notes, Milos, a lot of notes and everything. So, but it's pretty potent, I think. I think it was not too many ladies I know like Bijan.
Uh-huh.
No.
Good to know. And you have message from Dushan. Another message. El Manzano can play tennis with my countryman Djokovic.
With who?
With Djokovic.
Djokovic is the best.
Yeah.
He didn't get to the Australian, but he's the best.
World class player. He can play on any kind of surface, like no matter if it's a grass or the Antucat or the if it's French Open, Australian Open, or Wimbledon.
There's a new champion. There was the Australian Open, which is one of the Grand Slams, was played yesterday, and Yannick Sinner from Italy won the tournament.
So, yeah, I've seen it.
First Italian to win a Grand Slam.
Good for him.
Anything, yeah. So
yeah,
for him.
I was his fan for his whole match today. I was watching it.
He's quick. His I used to tell my wife 6 months ago the way Yannick hits. I mean, I know he's kind of big still, lanky, skinny, but his hand is really quick. But he played great. Excellent. Yeah. It's called superior geometric play. That's what I saw.
He has won the match, so it's the proof he's as he is. He's good as it is.
And he's a skier. He likes to ski.
Yeah. As well.
Yeah.
Brandon,
so what do you have there? What's that gem bottle?
Brandon is smelling some bladder, and I have Nikolai, that amber cashmere, very very smooth and very soft, a high standard note. Amber, very pleasant for office friendly. When you drive more than 2 hours and spending 8 hours in a car or something, it's something enjoyable, not offensive.
What's the top note on that?
Probably.
Would you say?
Spicy amber, spices and some amber.
Okay.
Not linear and not boring. Quite unique. You can get the 30 milliliters for 70 euros. Not so much expensive, and that's what I like. And if you're not satisfied with it, you can get just 30 milliliters to test it before you buy the whole full bottle.
Yeah. Well, my brother Brandon, he's only interested on one of a kind, unique, never to be found any place again colognes. Rare, unique, and you will never see this only on Brandon's channel.
Yeah, we have to.
I love it.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
The word is yours.
I
do
will.
What you love. Hey, Brandon, do like I tell you, and I told Milos does it right now. Do what you love and love what you do. Milos loves what he does. He's not forced to go practice and do drums. He loves to do that.
Yeah.
He loves to do that. You know, love what you do. He loves to teach. You love what the thing that you do there, Brandon? Hey, I love what I do, Al. This is my thing, man. So it's great. You know, I'd go crazy because I would want to smell one different thing every day. Okay, today it's this. Today's it would be tough because they're
It
all
would be.
masterpieces, Brandon. What you have, so it would be difficult for me to say, well, you know, I would want to spend some time with one for a while
Right.
and not have any of those at my possession. You can't, man. We're addicts. You can't. I'll want to, right? You're going to want to smell. Brandon, you cannot smell your poor monsieur for the rest of this month. That's not going to happen.
Look at that message. Brendan, Milos, and Dev are the future in our fracom. We'd like to do that, and we're passionate. And I was waiting for so long. I was hesitating and afraid to make a YouTube channel. I didn't want to do that. I was just watching all the people around, and then I wasn't satisfied almost with every influencer lying, telling lies about Mont Blancs and all those craps and Azaro by Wanted or all those sweet mess. And then
Well, I was
I
critical
started.
before, and now shame on me because, I've learned all these last couple of years that everybody has their own desires and their own sense of smell. So my
Sure.
sense of smell, and plus through the years, it's probably changed now that I'm older. But
It's
everybody has
changed.
their own sense of smell. Brandon likes particular Guerlain, and I'm not familiar with Guerlain, so I don't know that level of what he's smelling. It's unique, but it's everybody has their own unique thing. The new stuff now, the modern stuff that's coming out now, doesn't it doesn't fit my personality. Rose de Dove does not fit my personality. These niches, I just bought that Anna whatever that little 30 ml, because it had castoreum in it, but I had never smelled it before, and when I got it, I was disappointed. But it's subjective. It's what you like. It's what do you like on your skin? What do you like your smell like later on tonight? Like, what do you have on right now, Milos, for example? What do you have on right now? What are you wearing?
I was yesterday. I was wearing Dior. Dior.
When did you apply it? In the morning or in the afternoon?
Mm, in the morning, yeah,
In the
or
morning? Okay.
before noon, before
Before.
going out.
Okay, so later on in the afternoon, you still will like the way, or you didn't like how is it afterwards? 3 hours afterwards, do you enjoy the after smell, the
And
dry down?
if it's Dior home line or something from that is one of the few. It belongs to the few fragrances in the designer in today's designer offer or market that have quality ingredients or using quality ingredients. So when I sprayed Dior on perfume, I still enjoy after 3 hours or 4 hours, and that's just 10% or 5% from the whole today's designer market that interests me and that I enjoy for the whole day. And the Nikolai or Andy Tower as well, and Chanel less exclusive as well. Guerlain, maybe the old Guerlains as well because
Jesus Christ.
they evolving. What's happening? What's happening, Brandon? Something wrong? Yeah. Aha. Yeah. You're mesmerized by the smell.
Yeah, it just smells so good. This is why I'm smelling Chanty aromas right now. Aside from this Marussia Slatsev. Um, this is why I love Chanty aroma so much that I had to get a 500 milliliter bottle of it.
Oh wow. Chant de aromas, chant de arômes. Brilliant. How does it smell like?
This Chantier Rooms smells like it smells green. It smells green and it smells very musky. I love green, light and musky scents. Oh, if you're still watching, love you, man. Hope to see you again. But yeah,
Why he was disappeared?
I don't
Somebody.
know.
Huh.
Chantier Rooms is very green, very musky. You know, this bottle's from the 1970s,
Hmm.
and Chantier Rooms is a floral, aldehydic, woody, and fruity, ambery, spicy, vanillic scent that really works well with my skin. And the notes behind this is Jean Paul Guerlain.
Hmm.
And my apologies. This exact bottle is actually from the 1960s, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It truly is beautiful.
So it's the classic. Definitely.
Beautiful classic scent.
Yeah, I love green fragrances as well. Mm. Pity that I don't have a green flannel, but I have all the Narcissus Blue by Hermes. So tons of people and tons of comments on Fragrantica says that it's very similar to pre-reformulated version of gray flannel. So, but I don't know if there are any similarity with these ones. Probably Guerlain has always much more layers and much more to the story.
I'm getting that vanilla right now.
Hmm.
I'm getting that vanilla, man.
That typical Guerlainade vanilla
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
that is very well known and famous for. Fine. And people tell us what you're wearing and what you want to hear from Brandon, or if he's such a collector. Now, I don't. Have you bought something from Anoush perfume shop?
Actually haven't bought something yet from Anuj, but he
Hmm.
did send me some samples not so long ago.
Hmm.
He sent me a lot of vintage Chanel sample. I mean, a lot of Guerlain, vintage samples, and
Hmm.
a lot of older masculines samples. But no, I have not yet. Have not yet. I need to work something out with him soon. I have
I
to
know.
tell him.
I know Eugene probably's got uh, has bought a few things because it's closer to him, and it's
Of
the
course, we've been going to him for years.
yeah. Tell us, people, what you're wearing today and what you like to hear from Brandon or from us. I have a couple of things here
So, What are you wearing today?
today. Oh, I was wearing Dior Homme Parfum. Uh,
Ooh.
uh, what is your relationship with Dior Homme Parfum?
So my relationship is a really it's a love and hate relationship. You
Yeah.
know, I had a bottle of a 2014 Dior Homme Parfum,
Mm-hmm.
and I sold it. I sold it. I sold it. It came from my uncle in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and Dior Homme Parfum is a scent that is timeless. It's a scent that is beautiful. It's dark, it's deep, it's rich, but I know that in that certain time and moment, I didn't need Dior Homme Parfum.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got rid of it. I should have not, because given the fact that it was a 2014,
Mm-hmm.
the original Dior Homme Parfum, I should have held on to it for a bit longer. But I was focused more on Chanel and Guerlain at the time, and I wanted to just collect strictly vintage. Um, I think that Dior Homme Parfum hasn't changed so much. I think I'll be fine with the 2020 later down the road. But I was fortunate enough to have the 2014, and it smelled magnificent. I've only smelled the 2014. I've always heard that the vintage to the current, there's really no difference. I'd have to smell the current formulation, but when I smelled the 2014, it was amazing.
Al is sitting here and he's back, so it's
Yeah, I
legendary.
lost connection.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've thought so. So
This
I,
guy never changed so fast.
mhm. Yeah, you're changed. You changed your clothes.
I'm
Fine.
gonna go put out if you. I'm gonna put out a tuxedo. No,
No, no, you look
You don't have
fabulous.
to.
You look
Fabulous.
fabulous, Al. Don't change this setup. You look like Al Pacino back in
Yeah,
his prime.
like,
always remind me of him. And you
no, 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 no. It's the camera. You know, it's the plastic surgery. It's the dyed hair. You
know,
know, forget it, man.
and even if it is that way, as you say, I don't mind anything because yeah, everybody adds something to the story and has something to say, and to share the experiences of the life is a beautiful thing.
Yes. You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's watching some of your drum solos that have just popped in there on Facebook, and my wife looks at me because I have an electronic drum set, but not an acoustic. And she looked at me the other, and she says, "No."
Because of the
That's all.
noise.
I don't have to say anything else, Milos.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
against you. She just looked at me. She said, "No."
yeah, yeah, because of the volume and the voice. Yeah,
But
and
look at but look at the cymbals. No. And
yeah, yeah.
I
When
love it.
she's not a musician and
No.
has that no addiction to collect all those quality symbols from. I have those avadies that used to be used. Michael Shree from Santana and from uh,
Yes.
used to play on avadies, even if this is completely new version of that old remake, but still has that mm, most recorded studio sound.
Well, that song
All
that I
those
sent you,
albums.
the song that I sent you, Sabo,
Yeah,
that I sent you, that is the Santana rhythm section minus Carlos Santana. That was his rhythm section when they were together with him. That's why they called the album Abraxas Pool.
Abraxas. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. And I know, yeah, I remember that.
But my countryman here from Cuba, Brandon, they had Celia Cruz. I mean, the Cubans had the music, man. They had the music, man.
Yeah, they're much better.
They had everything. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I like all the Cuban musicians.
Ugh, amazing.
Buena Vista Social Club, if you know that band, or the soundtrack from the movie,
Yeah.
Buena Vista Social Club. It's about
Yes,
all those
I have
musicians.
that on my library. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Excellent movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Good to see you. If you're a fan of a good Latino Cuban music with all that, it's Latin jazz.
Yeah.
Mixture with all those bossa novas and all those
Sure. Oh yeah.
Cuban rhythms. It's always the school how to play and how to interact between the pianist and the drummer and the brass section.
I don't see how they do it. I don't see. I don't see how Chapito played with Mike Shreves and Mike Cabri. I'm just doing the percussion. It's like I don't see, but they just it worked. It worked. You know.
Yeah, a percussionist has that good advantage that they don't have to use the feet, so
Yeah.
it's better just to be concentrated on the arms and hands, so you don't have to think about what your feet are doing, or at least foot on a kick. So
Right.
it's just about music,
Sure.
and acoustic drums absolutely sounds. I like that long sustain and resonance, and that's the
You can
reality.
only get that from an acoustic. You can't
Mm,
get that from any You just
yeah,
can't. I mean, it's
yeah.
non-existent. And the
It'll
feel.
Yeah,
The feel, whoever, yeah, yes, I agree.
because you have the scale of how it resonates and how loud it is, and even the modern technology is good as it is in these days. They
Sure.
still not on that acoustic level, and they never be, because you can turn it down when you live in apartment. Those are goods for the living in apartment. Those electronic drums, because you can practice, but the bounce
Yes,
and
but it's not the, it's not, you can practice, but uh, to learn drums, you need to, I know what I need to do. I mean, I took some drum lessons like 40 years ago.
yeah.
So I know that it would have to take, but no, electronic is fine for the sound, but the
Mhm.
feel, no, 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 no.
The feel is different, as
The
like you
feel,
say.
yeah.
You're
So
right.
Brandon, what's your line of music, man? What's your favorite? What are you listening to, man?
I'm
Mhm.
listening to a lot of. I listen to everything, but it's that's a really tough question now. If you ask me.
I mean, what
Uh,
do you like?
but I like jazz. I like bolero.
Okay.
I like rock. I like old rock.
Perfect.
I like house, progressive house music. I make progressive house music. Um,
You sent me that your new track you're working on.
yeah, yeah. What did you think about that track?
It was electronic music, and I can appreciate the sample music in these days. Or I like the, it's called neo jazz, like neo, like new from Italian or from Latin. Neo jazz, or yeah, new jazz samples. It's a thousand of samples on YouTube. It's like relaxed, chilling music, and these are only the samples. Like when you walk in the cafe restaurant, and there's some new sample jazz loops all around you, just playing. I like to play into that music because it's something new than your, even the old big band jazz and the big band music is like a repetitive, and you can suppose what it is. But when you hear the new music from 21st century, it inspires me to react differently and to stretch out my imagination with feels. I mean, the feels are completely different that I've learned for past 25 years on drums, completely from legendary Led Zeppelin, from Purples, from everything, from 80s, from 70s, from 60s, from 50s, from 90s. It's nothing like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Pearl Jam, Led Zeppelin. The new contemporary sample music is, I even don't feel like a drummer when I need to play into that music, because I'm not like qualified to play into that, because it's even ahead of me. It's
You know
crazy.
what it is? I'm a novice, but I think it's like Milos plays drums. And when you hear the stuff that you're talking about, Milos, I would call that manufactured sound.
Uh-huh,
It's
uh-huh.
been manufactured. It's not a human. It's not a drummer. It is whatever it is.
I
That's
know what you mean.
not what it is, but it's
Uh, I know what you mean. And Brandon, you have a message here on the screen for you. You see that because you have laptop there probably. Brandon, Pink Floyd music would perfectly fit those nostalgic vintage Guerlain's creations. Some of the tracks probably, yeah, Dushan. We
I
we
know.
we all know Pink Floyd, and to me, Pink Floyd drummer is too boring to me, because he plays like a drummer from Queen band, like from Freddie Mercury's band. The level is like mm, ad, ad, like how it's a middle range or something. Yeah, average person drumming. That doesn't matter. Pink Floyd. I like Dark Side of the Moon. I like
Well,
album.
there's like there's epic records, even though you may not like it, of course, you know. But yeah, it's electronic music is elect. I went to go see this group called Capital Cities.
Hmm.
They no longer exist, and they had a song called a few years ago called "Safe and Sound."
Hmm.
So my
Safe.
wife and I we went to the Greek Theater in Los Angeles by Hollywood, and we went to go see. And we also saw this other group called Two Door Cinema Club from Ireland.
Hmm.
But anyway, to get to my point, when we saw Capital Cities, there's one instrument that they did not have, and the group has had many songs. They didn't have a drummer. There was
I,
no drummer.
I suppose that.
And I was watching this, and I was telling my wife, "Hey, I know that guy and that guy, the trumpet player, but there's no drums here. But they have two computers and some other stuff,
Uh-huh.
but no drums, no electronic drums, no acoustic in their sound. So that was weird. It worked, but it was weird.
Like the stream and lick the stream, as Eugene says. Brenda, thank you for typing there, writing there anytime. And uh, I know what you mean, and where's your point? Uh,
Yeah, like for Brandon, the kind of music for his Guerlain. I've never smelled his Guerlain, but I would say Leonard Bernstein, like a Philharmonic orchestra,
mhm.
because
Yeah,
Guerlain is such an old name.
it
That's
would very
that,
fit.
it has a lot of you know. I don't know too many 20-year-olds who would like Guerlain, who would be that appreciative. I mean, that takes time to develop those type of to like something like that. They like you know, Ariana Grande. Yeah. Hey, Brandon, do you have any bottles of Ariana Grande? You don't. How about Britney Spears? I mean, come on, Brandon. You got to have some good colognes, don't you? Celebrities?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Of course.
Mhm.
I have
And
M7 by that Cristiano Ronaldo. That smells like shit. I'm sorry. I don't like the way it smells. But I just
yeah,
bought it blind. I bought it off the shelf. That's all.
those persons never wear these fragrances. They
Of
just
course not. Of course
yeah,
not.
they just make some contract and they wear completely different things. And if I would recommend the music theme for Brandon's Guerlain, it would be, and I've heard it from one Czech pianist, and he's composer and movie composer as well. So when he tells something,
Uh-huh.
he's always like shooting to the point. So it's Piero Piccioni, the Italian composer. I don't know if he's still alive, but he made all those 60s, 70s movie soundtrack. He wasn't not that famous like Ennio Morricone from the spaghetti westerns, but the music is even better. Not using the flutes, but using the strings and the piano, tons of strings like from 50s. It sounds like the Holiday from Rome on all those movies from
I know.
50s.
I know. I'm familiar with that movie. Yeah. The music. But look at the orchestras they had. The musicians they had years ago.
And I'm typing the name of the track here on the chat, and it's here. It's Piero Piccioni, Amore mio, aiutami. It's my love, help me. Piero Piccioni, Amore mio, aiutami.
Europe, which one? Yeah.
Piero Piccioni. Yeah, yeah, bloody brilliant composer, and especially this track. It started to spread out all over the internet because a couple of people who knows the music well, they use it for their videos, for social videos. Like when you're going holiday and you're coming to the Rome, put this music soundtrack into that, and it completely makes the video 1,000 times better with the atmosphere, with the vibe.
Do you ever listen to Daft Punk?
Yeah, I know that band. And Mozart. Oh,
Mozart.
Requiem.
Let's,
It's the
okay.
it's the funeral song. Yeah. Oh, that eye! Look at it.
Milos is going to get some negative feedback. What's that eyeball doing?
Yeah,
What
it
is he
is.
doing? Thank you, Milos, for that entry, whatever that was about.
Yeah. We're such a group of bastards here. Look at the picture. He killed me. He wants to kill me. Don't do that, Brendan. But you don't.
Did you ever see the movie Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Brandon is like a box of chocolate. Oh no, Milos' channel is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I'm crying completely, and that's what I love. Look at those fat guys.
Hey Milos, your thing next week. You have such an interesting channel. What will you be talking about next week? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Nobody knows that.
That's a botero.
Oh my god. Like a conductor stick.
Conducting, yeah.
That's the Guerlain music.
That's the Guerlain music. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
That
That
yeah,
matches well. Matches well with the Guerlain.
and that was so funny that you show those fat people. It's like it was like today's generation of the people sitting for the whole day.
That's a Botero likes to. He's a Colombian artist. He likes to paint fat people only. I guess he knew the future.
It was Botero. He's an artist from Colombia.
Yep, he only paints fat people.
Aha.
But look at the
Yeah,
Brandon,
I know the point. Yeah,
Brandon,
I get the point.
Guerlain there. Those are all Guerlain bottles that you have there.
Yes, those are all Guerlain bottles.
Now, you're a good-looking guy. I think of Enrique Iglesias, but the bottles that you have, you should have a bow tie, not the cap, and have a tuxedo on. I mean, you have formal, high-end cologne, so you should have the bow tie, bro. I mean, I feel that I feel I should have a tuxedo on when I see those bottles of Guerlain. I feel like I'm unformally dressed. Really?
No, it's fine. And I want to tell you guys, yeah,
I like the contrast.
yeah.
That's good. That's good.
It was like, and guys, I want to tell you something. When you start to press some music into the live stream, it's not.
when Brandon brought in the out, I go, what the fuck is he doing, man? That was like psycho. I go, oh, this guy's going off the rocks, man. What is it?
Hey, great minds think alike.
Yeah,
I guess so, man.
it cracked me up, and I love it. I love laughing completely on the floor.
Really? Hey, if anybody asks me, say, listen, our friend Brandon, he was just showing us some abstract art. Okay, you have to be appreciative. Some abstract art to go with the Guerlain. Okay. Yeah. Milos cracked up, man.
Absolutely, because when you put Bruno Mars music on the previous stream, I have problems with author laws. Even when I, that's why I'm smiling, because please don't put any music into the live stream, because it's always the warning then. Author All the loves. The problem, and now Brandon is continued today.
Al,
Happy
Milos
loves.
is not going to call you up anymore because he got sued for copyright laws.
Yeah, copyright laws. Yeah, I have problems with copyright laws, but it's visible stream probably. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why it cracked me up. That eyeball and the fat people.
Okay, just send me the invoice.
Yeah, I'm laughing and loving. That's the life. That's the living life
Really.
and feeling life and experiencing life. And now we have only 2 viewers.
No, but you know what's for an old man, you know what's unique, and honestly, my friends, Brandon is at the other side of the United States. You are at someplace else. You're in Czech Republic, man, and it's like we're 3 different places all over the world, and we're able to talk to each other. That is something that never existed before, and I mean you can see each other,
Sure.
which is unique. I mean,
Crazy.
I'm glad I'm alive to experience this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because I'm at the 10-yard line.
No, hopefully not. So you'll
No.
be there for another 27 years, hopefully.
Gee,
20, yeah.
help me out here, man.
Help me out.
Really. How about the Paco Rabanne? Have either of you guys had the Paco Rabanne?
Yeah, Paco Rabanne.
The parfum. Have you tried that?
Oh, not the perfume.
I wear that sometimes. My wife likes that.
You mean 1 million or pour homme?
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. The 1 million, not the. No, wait a minute.
The
Yeah,
green one or the golden one?
The gold one, the gold bottle.
The gold brick.
Yeah, that's the 1 million parfum, right? That's right. Yeah, that's the 1 million parfum. I deep into a splash bottle because I don't like to spray.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but so what's up? What's up for the week, Milos? What's up for the week? Are you teach tomorrow?
Yeah, we've been with my fiance and the kids. We went out somewhere at my parents, at her parents today, at my parents yesterday, and yeah, completely fine. And we were watching the Harry Potter around the evening, yeah, on TV. So just I like relaxing during the evening, so it's fine. Just laying on a bed and watching.
Absolutely. We're watching football today.
Yeah,
Later on.
we've been watching.
It's a championship game. If our team here in San Francisco wins, they will go to the Super Bowl if they win. If they win, which is the big deal here, which is played in Las Vegas. That's where they're going to play the event. Are you familiar with the Super Bowl? Have you heard of it?
Yeah. But here in Europe, when it's not the part of the Super Bowl, so we're not watching. Maybe over the internet on YouTube.
Yeah, of course. You watch a lot of soccer there, correct? A lot of football, soccer.
Yeah, or hockey.
Hockey. Okay.
And tennis as well, because the parents and the sister of my girl, they're still playing tennis. Even their kids playing tennis. They invest each of the weekend time into the kids just to take them to the tennis. So it's perfect. I like it because it's not like group sport, like when you have to help to the other, that it's individualistic sport. It's up to you, and there's no when you fuck it up, you simply fuck it up, and there's no it's no one's fault, only but you.
Yeah, so, it's an individual sport, but it's one-on-one.
One-on-one, and that's what I like. It's like You're responsible for your results,
Yeah.
success. And Al, you have a question here on the screen. Do you
What's
like Bellamy by Hermes from?
Bellamy by Hermes,
Mm.
1986. Fabulous, beautiful, fantastic. Yes, yes, yes. It's been reformulated, but yes, it's yes. It was a very good, very good, very good. Ramsey loves that one also. But yes, are you familiar with that, Milos?
I can show you that I have equipage,
Those are all
geranium, Hermes, Bellamy, but I have the new formulations. So
doesn't
like,
matter. You whatever if it smells good and you enjoy it, if it puts a smile on your face, that's all there is.
but I have to say I love them all because of they're different and they uh, present me that legacy of Hermes that is never going with the trends and doing what he wants. I love that house
Okay.
because he's still he still has its own uniqueness. I know tons of people talks about Chanel, but I personally preferred for many years Hermes because it's not commercial and well known like the Chanel and Dior, but Hermes uh, gives us something like with the heritage and the like the classical music. It's something to me. I like the in legacy, and it always smells like the they made something with for the horses, like the whole I don't know how it's called in English.
Really. Uh, do you have Christian Dior?
Horse saddles or something. They made old vintage horse. They start to make. I mean, in back in 19th century, they made the horse saddles, and they start with the quality high standard leather horse saddle, and then probably in 20th century they start to make perfumes or fragrances or colognes.
But also there's
Oh,
was leather Milos. Can you hear me? Uh,
yeah,
Bottega Bonetta. That was first leather. They were a leather company.
as
Before,
well.
yes.
I like old Bottega Veneta, but
You
not
know which one I like?
modern
I bought the
things.
women's, the feminine one, 2 years ago. It's
Fun.
fantastic. It's
It's fantastic. Yeah, Eugene mentioned
not
that
the male, but the
the stream,
female. Yes, I
the
would
female
personally.
version.
For me, I liked it on me. I love it. It's
I
a
tried again. I tried again because Eugene recommended
too excellent.
to try
Al,
it.
doesn't this look like a Bajan
What
bottle? Just doesn't this remind you of Bijan?
what I can't make it out what it is.
This is Hermes, Parfum de Hermes.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the scent. What is the scent?
It's a big leather note. And this is Amazon.
It's for femme or it's more feminine, Amazon. But you have the old vintage, and you have the orange vert, the very big bottle there, orange vert.
Yes.
This is Eau de Cologne, Hermes.
Yeah. And how, Brandon? How do you like the orange vert?
The Amazon?
The orange vert. How do you like orange vert?
What do you mean orange where?
This one, the green one.
Oh, this is not orange vert. This is not orange vert. This is Eau de, this is just the first. This is what orange vert came from. Which this
Aha.
bottle came before orange vert, and
So
it's just Hermes Eau de Cologne.
yeah,
Mila,
it's
can
cool.
you bottle up a little bit closer? Let me look at that, please.
What's that? The bottle? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Brandon.
Okay, cool. And what size is that, Brandon?
There's a liter.
Okay. Huh. What year?
1940.
Oh Christ!
1940.
Hermes.
Oh, it's from the Second World War, really?
I
Even
gotta
came with, it
call
even came with a,
uncle, man. He's
came
80.
with a love note on it.
Mhm. I love that label.
That looks
And
nice.
it's a Parfum de Hermes, reminiscent of the Bijan bottle.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. Yeah, yes,
And
absolutely.
this is Amazon de Hermes.
Brandon,
Fruity, fruity
those
origin,
bottles from? Where did you get all those bottles from 1940?
fruity orange fruit.
It's crazy. Where did you get all those bottles from 1990s 40 or 1940s?
From all over the world.
Christ.
I mean, you know what it is. I don't know if Brandon would agree, but I've been told, because I've never collected, that at the end of the day, when you buy vintage, it is a crapshoot. In other words, you do run into things that are rancid and that are no good. Is that
Yeah.
true? I mean, have you ever something that is not good?
I have.
Yeah, so that happens. It's probably in your case rare, because I'm sure you study before you buy something for me. I'm sure you look and see, am I a reputable place and things of
Right.
that. But even then, at the end of the day, when you open up that bottle, it could be rancid. So it is a crapshoot. But I mean, it is vintage. Vintage is old, and
It is. But
but that's the only way you can get a hold of this stuff. But yeah, so he, like Brandon said, he probably has to buy all over, whoever. I mean, eBay or whatever.
if he's connected with it, it's the answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long
Why?
as as long as you have at more than adequate and the wherewithal finances, then it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Other finances, then it's not okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so, and believe me, some of these people out there, wow, they're doing fragrance reviews, but they don't purchase many bottles.
Mm.
You have a big collection, I think.
Uh, guys, what do you think about the influencers like, I don't know, the Jensens and all those guys with the full shelves of the fragrances? Did they get them for the free? So I don't see the point. Uh,
All of the above. And I mean, not to be snarky, but
mm,
it's none of your business where I got my fragrance. Basically, they got it. Some of them were gifts, some of them, from all over. But I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's your own fragrance. I don't see how you could be a fragrance influencer. How can somebody influence me to go buy a bottle of something that I've never smelled before? And even if I do smell it, Milosh, when you say, hey, this is great, okay, I'll put it on, Milosh. What if it smells rotten on me? Then
yeah,
what? What good did it do for me to go out and buy and this and that? It's it's a tough call. It's so subjective. It's a tough call. You know, but I can't tell you what notes I smell. Like I don't know the difference between cardamom and jasmine. I mean, I can kind of tell the difference, but I don't have a nose for that. If it
and
smells good, I like it. If it doesn't smell good, I
yeah,
don't like
me too. And it's always up to our nose and experiences, what we like, what we prefer. And I don't care about how the bottle looks or how many subscribers the influencer has, because if he's reviewing only the commercial trash, I don't care. I don't believe it, because yeah, I've made so much mistakes to blind buy according to the influencers that I have no personal relationship, like with you, Eugene, and like Dushan says it, bad influencers. And now Ramsey, Rich Mitch, Eugene, and Jonathan, 1970, are the best. They are because they're authentic and they're and we all are more with the critical thinking, and the critical way of thinking is the core, and it's now lost and it's losing with the socials, with
Yeah.
upcoming
I,
socials.
I would think, based on what you and I have experienced as far as blind buying, it's difficult as humans, but you know, you could
Yeah.
try fragrance first. If you could just try it a little bit, try it first, and then see. But before go out and buy it, But hey, you got to get the new Baccarat Rouge 540. It's the best. The new Tom Ford Oud Wood is better than the old one. You got to get it right. And who knows how long it's going to be available. So no, all that stuff is all bullshit.
Yeah, I love all those lies and stories and story tales for the kids. How the new Tom Ford is much better than the old one and all original and stuff. And still remembering that eyeball from Mozart today. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's still
But
cracking me up. That was mental. Yeah. Completely. Yeah. I love that humor. I love that smile with the people.
they're not going to understand. They won't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Brandon,
Talk to me.
Yeah.
give me a buzz next week, after you get that little thing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You know I'm gonna bug you immediately.
I
What'd
want, I
you do?
want to make sure that my wife does all the packaging. I say, hey, honey, Bunny, could you package this for me? She goes, I will, because you never know how to do it correctly. So she took it from my hands, Brandon. She just took it from my hands, man. But anyway, it's there.
All right, you're gonna do USPS or UPS?
I did a post office.
Okay, USPS. Perfect.
A couple of days. They go, well, it'll take a week. I go, no. You got to do better than that. You want it overnight? I go, no, I don't want it overnight, but you're not going to do no week. So you're going to probably
Right.
get it Wednesday, probably Tuesday.
The post office is USPS though, right?
Yeah, just regular U.S. post office.
Okay, perfect. That's right to my PO. I have it on my PO.
Yeah, Eugene, I had sent Milos. I had sent a bottle of Fruyo to Eugene a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
He had never smelled it before.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the reformulated version, so it was nothing. I thought, hey, he's gonna. I bought a few bottles. It's not like the, but it was I think it has a Civic in it as a note, the base note. But
I love Dushan comment. Instead of Tom Ford, he's typing Tom Fard.
Tom Ford.
Here it is on the screen.
But it's actually Estee Lauder, not Tom Ford. But
It's owned by Estee Lauder now. Mm-hmm.
they own a lot.
It's
Yeah.
still they buy everything.
Well, so everything's changed, and when I hear somebody like I've never smelled Creed, what is it called, Aventus by Creed? I've never smelled that, but the only thing I've learned over the last 4 years, approximately, Milos, is people talk about that it has different variations.
Yeah.
Milos and I are going to buy a bottle, and we don't know what
Yeah. And spending
correctly. I'm paying $450.
no, never. I won't never do that. And my friend got a sample back in 2016, and
Okay.
it was a bit of peppery. It starts peppery and then dries down into the something birchy or something. But it was like regular cologne for 15 euros. That's $50. That was crazy. And Dushan's typing and writing. We don't need Aventus when we have Anteus from Chanel.
Chanel.
Anteus, yeah, Anteus
I
is
bought
good.
2 bottles in 2021 of Antaeus from Chanel. Two. And I sent one of them back. Well, I know you can laugh at me.
No,
The
no, no.
original one, but I should have kept it because I've learned my lesson. No, it's not the original one, Al, but it still has the classic scent. No,
Mm.
gray flannel is not the same gray flannel, but it
Mhm.
still has the classic scent. So if you still want to smell that blast of memory, of romance, of mystery, or whatever, that's what you get. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine
Yeah,
with that.
it works. It
You know,
works for some
but
occasions.
the newer stuff, no. For example, uh, the one that you like from Chanel with the ego,
Egoist.
yeah. In 1990, on my mother's grave, it did not smell like what you have, unless you have vintage. No way. It's not this. It was. It's not the same fragrance at all, at all.
I
Or,
don't. I
or
have a sample, and it's
the
fair
notes,
enough.
notes are synthetic. There's something that's not, or the fixatives or whatever, but it's not the same. I like the way it smells, and it still smells like the old stuff. But I'm just saying, it's not the same thing there. That's
Yeah, I believe so, and I completely agree. And if I remember it correctly, we talk. We all talk together about Chanel Platinum Egoist, or at least with Brandon,
they're
because
they're classics. They're still around. You and I, you're 40 and I'm 70. We're talking about something that was. Can you believe that? The only thing I got to say is it must have been a hell of a fragrance, right? I mean, come
Mhm.
on. Lapidus Forum, what Brandon was talking about. I mean, all these people are still talking about, even with all the new stuff, all the niche brands, and Brandon's talking about 1940 Guerlain or whatever. Why? Why?
Yeah, because it's
They were
still
massive. What do you mean
it,
why?
it
Because
delivers it delivers you something that today's market is not able to do that. Or Brandon, the words are yours. So
So repeat that.
we're
mhm.
talking about that the new stuff doesn't equal to the old stuff. The old stuff was
Right.
different. Like sporty aquatics, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Mhm.
I never used that. I mean, I remember when they were coming in, but that I never associated a man masculine cologne, a sorrow, and then what's a sporty aquatic? It's for the gym. We didn't use stuff when we went to the gym or whatever. I don't get
Mhm.
it. But that was then. This is now. And now everything's mixed. I mean, you have the fragrances are, women like some of the men's cologne, and some of the men like some of the women's cologne. So everything is, but that's the way it originally was, right? It was not gender focus originally. Perfume was not.
So my thing is always older masculines and modern feminines.
Older masculines and modern feminines. So you like modern feminines in today's market. And
Yes.
for example, can you say any example of the good thing that you like and or like to wear or like to smell maybe?
All right. So older masculines would be for me, Canali for men, Paco Rabanne pour homme,
Hmm.
um, Teatro alla Scala, Hardy, and what's it called? La Troisième Caron.
Corona.
Um, and for modern feminines would be uh, possibly what I've been wearing lately is the extract of La Vie is Belle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Lancôme. for right now, I think the modern feminines are my likings, and the modern masculines are not because they're too
Yeah.
sweet, they're too soft for
Not only
kids.
there was masculines, but then there's also the really dirty fragrances. The Kuros, the Portos, the Asaro. I mean, there's some really heavy duty stuff, and I think that's what we used to like to wear because we wanted to be loud and make a big blast. That's what I feel like when I look at it now. I still think we oversprayed. I'm not oversprayed, but just over applied everything. But it was a different thing. Like I say, it was for socializing. That's what the fragrance was for. So that was then.
And at the end of the day, it's always going to be subjective.
Well, yeah, it's not only the thing, it's that me, I mean, I would bore people. I have any cologne that I pick out of there, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of memories. I can just, every time, whether it be Polo, Balenciaga. I remember going to the hotels, going to the discotheques, going to the nightclubs, going to the jazz clubs, first of all, I used to go to Latin clubs before I even went to the discotheques. So listening to all the jazz stuff, and then, all of that was just, and it's always wearing cologne. So that's what I remember. That's all I can, that it brings back memory, vague memories, but it brings back memories. And I like that. I like that.
Dushan's writing, Lise Moore. Lise Moore is a brilliant indie perfumer. She loved when her boyfriends wore vintage Kuros. She know the value of fragrances from the past.
This music soundtrack makes video.
You watched my IG story, Brandon,
Which one?
or I don't know because I've seen I've heard my voice right now.
I'm just going back to the Mozart.
Huh.
The funny moment, man. So,
That was.
so you know, I don't know where perfume is going to go. I don't know where perfume is going to go. Um, Before I started collecting perfumes, I was collecting vintage watches,
Mhm.
and I I wanted to build an arsenal. You understand me? Like,
Ars- yeah.
yeah, an arsenal of myself. So I wanted to recreate myself, and I'm always trying to recreate myself. So I know that a part of anything I do, I try to do it in my way, my style. My style has always been vintage, elegance, and something very sophisticated, like the watches I own, and the art I collect. So when I dove into perfume, I knew I just couldn't collect clones or collect what's modern, or I needed to dive deep. I needed to dive deeper. I needed to do my research. I needed to do my research, and some of the houses that I did my research on were French houses because
Mhm.
I found out that I liked fine French perfumery, like Guerlain, Hermes, and Chanel. So I did my research, and from there it went on. And then I started, finding out more about vintage masculines like Antes, Kuros, then leading on to, seeing reviews, and this smells like Polo Green. Okay, what's Polo Green? Polo Green smells like Paco Rabanne, Porom. Then what's Paco Rabanne Porom? Then Paco Rabanne smells like Le Troisième de Caron. Then what's Caron? So I started going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And
Same,
we're
same here. Yeah, same here, same process here.
You know, with all these old colognes, Milos, they would have fixatives where the fragrances would just they would last for hours, for days. The
Yeah,
strength, they would just bring the note out. Yeah, it was just. I mean, I remember I never used the sorrow. This friend of mine, Yasser, he was Egyptian.
you always use that.
He always used that, and him and his brother and some other one, we'd get inside the car and we'd always say, "Man, Yasser, how much did you put of that sorrow on?" We gotta wear, and that was just like really, boom, a big blast,
Tell him it's time to change it.
We were probably guilty putting our stuff on too. We were all guilty.
Yeah.
I know in the past, I got my friends telling me, "Hey man, God, what the hell did you put on, Al?" So I'm guilty of it too. We were all guilty. We all wanted to smell strong, I'm here. I know you're here. Now get out.
Yeah. Tell him it's a time for change. And but Azaro Chrome, quite frankly, I like it. I try.
I wasn't familiar with that years ago, but I bought that probably about 4 years ago. Yeah, that's nice. Like, yeah, I like that.
Just a transparent bottle of Azaro Chrome. I tried when I first started to collect fragrances around 2015, and I was in Malta, near the Sicily, uh, down there, underneath of Italy, Malta Island, Malta. And I've walked in the perfumery and tried Azaro Chrome and the 1 million and Bleu de Chanel and all those things.
Oh my God.
Azaro was quite piercing at those days, and now when I try it, it's the only one masculine, even if it's airy, sporty smelling or aquatic smelling, it still had that quality of 90s. It still reminds me of 90s. It's much better than anything what since 2000 from that range and arsenal. What I think. It's my reckon and it's my guess, my impression from that. So I just want to mention that the Azaro Chrome is much better than to have Encre Noir Sport or anything.
I'm backstage. Add me.
Yeah, somebody is here, but why you there twice? You wanna have two shots here, yeah. And now we have 4 persons. The group is growing.
The group is growing.
Sometimes you just gotta multiply.
Yeah, or it's better to let only the one angle or 2 angles.
I think it's better for the 2 angles. This has never been done before.
Yeah, it's like with the Mozart eyeball and with a picture. Hey, Brendan, I love that. You completely cracked me. And I was like, yeah, I was like taking something, but I don't take anything.
Why not?
Yeah. I was, laughing so much.
Al getting right. Look at that. Beautiful. Because I can actually see you guys. That camera, I can't really see you guys because it's faced the other way,
You were like in the.
Wow, Al's beautiful.
Should I
Look
put
at that.
Should I put my camera this way?
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
There.
Hey, so Brandon, are you familiar with Francesco Smalto?
I am. I know it's a famous vintage scent, but I have not smelt it yet. I would love to though.
So I gotta tell this. So they had that. It was Smalto. Then there was this. He had another one too. Molto Smalto, and then there was another one that he had. But anyway, in 1989 or 1990, when I was teaching tennis in San Diego, I could pick up those bottles right there. That bottle for $14.99 a bottle. One day I walked in there and bought 7 bottles of it. This was then. So this, I'm buying. I'm telling you something that I'm buying a bottle of something that was launched 2 years before, and it was at a Ross store actually in Del Mar, California, which is right next to San Diego.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
Milos, have you smelled a Francesco Smalto?
Apollo Creed, you want to mention because you see the comment from Duchamp. Brandon looks like Apollo Creed from Rocky. Yeah, he looks like. You remind me. He always reminds me him every day. Brandon looks like Apollo Creed from Rocky, the first movie, and the second movie. Oh, those are the muscles, really.
So, Brandon, this one here, this Malto has lavender, tarragon, rosemary. This stuff is dark, man. Cedar, patchouli, carnation, geranium, pine tree needles. And the base note of all of this, Brandon, is leather, oak moss, musk, and tonka bean. That's the base of it. You gotta get you should get, if you like that dark stuff, get this stuff, and this will knock you out, man.
Malto. It's really
only get the vintage 1987 if you can find it. Yes, if you can find it.
Molto
Smalto. Very good. Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I mentioned Malta, so it reminded you the Smalto. You.
Well, they have two of them. There's this one is Francesco Smalto por Ohm, the one that I was talking about. The other one is Molto Smalto. So it's two of them. The Molto Smalto is from 1993. So the other one is 1987. This one's 1993. Both of them were there at Ross. I swear. This is, I didn't know what it was. I just bought them because they were cheap. I didn't find out years later that it was a well-known fragrance. I didn't know anything about that. So look at what they want for that stuff.
Molto.
Yeah, very good. Molto smalto.
Seiko Molto Smalto version of wristwatch.
Milos, what you're laughing about?
We gotta tag you on today.
Join and the Molto Smalto and get your reaction.
Oh, bloody brilliant! Oh, you wanna kill me today? Yes.
That's your favorite. That's your favorite quote. Bloody
Hey,
brilliant.
what I like, and even if my personal life put in all of these things together, even if they're completely different, like putting two completely different things together, and especially the names or words like Molto Smalto.
You know what? I wonder what does your girlfriend think of this? Does she approve that you do a live stream?
Yeah.
She's okay with that?
Yeah, she's okay.
Oh shit! You're gonna start something now. She's hearing you. She hears you.
Yeah, my wife's in another room. I gotta tell you. Do you know what my wife says?
No live streams today.
She has 6 college degrees. I have 0. She goes, "You guys are talking. If I understand you correctly, you gentlemen and your influencers and all the people here, you folks are talking about scented water. Am I correct? Am I correct? I'm talking about a liquid. And the liquid that you put on, does it stay with you for the rest? Does it just evaporate? Yeah. And you guys have 3 hours conversation about scented water? I go, yeah. I don't believe it.
That's how today's world
Hey,
works.
it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, today's world is crazy.
Fragrances, we must have them. Right, Brandon? We need to have that, okay?
Well, it's a part of the arsenal. You know, as a man, you should smell good. You should have a nice watch. You should have a nice tailored whatever the fuck, but it should be tailored to your body. You should present yourself very well. These are things,
Formal to whatever the fuck. No, what do you mean by that?
whatever. I know men who have tailored shirts, who have tailored polos. I know men who have tailored pants. It doesn't have to be a suit, but they're tailored to their body because they know their body. So, all of this is just part of the arsenal at the end of the day. We can dive deep, we can talk about perfumers, this and that, but I only keep it to a minimum because I know that this is just a part of my arsenal.
Do you know why you and I connect, and you know why I understand you? Because New Year's Eve, I wore a tuxedo. Okay, that jacket right now is at the cleaners, my Korean tailor, and he's fixing it. I didn't like the way it sit. He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "I don't like the way it sits. I don't have a way." He trimmed it just a little bit, so it had tailor. I had, and my wife says, "Well, you already wore it." I go, "It doesn't matter. I didn't. I don't like the way it looks, the way it sits. If it doesn't right. Same thing.
You can continue to work on it. Who said you can't continue to work on it?
Exactly.
And also, you have to test the mobility. It's just not all right. You're standing still. It looks how you want to, but you have to, raise your arm. You have to walk around to see how it moves. You have to sit down to see how the pads sit when you sit down. If they go up too high, if you're gonna have to always wear socks with the pants, or if you can wear low socks with the pants.
Yeah.
It's just mobility too. It's just not standing there and all right, we're done. No, it's all right. Let me move my hand. Let me do some hand gestures. When I'm out, I don't look funny, and I don't look like this shit is too tight on me,
You know what? Little job one time a long time ago in Palo Alto, right on University Avenue, when I was in my 30s. I think right before I was teaching tennis, and I sold tuxedos.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what I sold. I didn't sell Armani, but I sold Pierre Cardin, Calvin Klein, and I can't remember After Six and some other ones. But it was all I was taught how to fit a guy. I'm not a tailor, right? And most guys would come in, especially the guys well built. They'd come in, they'd want to just buy a suit, and I go, "Well, you're gonna have a tailor. Why? Well, you got a 44-inch chest. So what? Well, you got a 44-inch chest, and you got a 29-inch waist. You want to wear the pants that go with that tuxedo? It's going to look, so it has to be, depends. You have to have, I would tell them, you have to have it tailor made,
Yeah.
So,
and yeah.
Guys want to rent out tuxedos. I go, rent out tuxedos. Ooh, my God, man. So in 1985, 84, Ike Bauer from New York. Ike Bauer sold tuxedo shirts. I used to get them at cost. And it was, I used some of the peak lapel shirts, but in 1986, they were $103 each. Then, that's what that shirt was. But it was Egyptian cotton, 200, whatever the hell spun, nothing that you could get. You couldn't even buy a shirt like that.
And what you both said about how to buy a proper suit or jacket or shirt, it's the right thing. I was always 5 years ago. It was everything. The slim suit, slim shirt, the super slim and super skinny pants. Where anywhere, and everybody was influenced. And now the people are going back to almost regular, a bit loose, because you have to, when you drive, it's not good to have super slim everything, because you're not comfortable. You don't feel comfortable, and you have to feel comfortable when you invest your money. You have to feel comfortable more than 8 hours of the whole shift, and not only as Brandon says, standing in the shop in front of the mirror. You're not standing for all day in front of the mirror, so you need to move and to try to raise your hand up and all those things. And tell your wife we have to make a 24 hours live stream.
So really, But like right now, what kind of material do you like, Brandon, for suits? Any choice? Any particular thing that you like? I haven't bought a suit in years. I'm just wondering.
I like the sun creeper.
You want to get anything that's double gabardine wool? That would be good. You want to get like an Armani suit. That would run you between $4,000 and $6,000.
No, I got some guys in Japan.
You got some guys in Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah. My girlfriend in Pan Am, she used to tell me, yeah, her friends used to have suits made for $200 that look like in the 80s. That look awesome, man. I could not believe it. And the shirts, plus the shirts. I go, really? Yeah, they have some guys on the fly crew. Yeah, they have monogram shirts. I go, where? In Korea and in Japan, absolutely.
Yep.
But they're not Italian.
Their attention to detail is second to none.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Well, how about you, Milo?
What about me? I was just sending Eugene the link on the live stream to come on. So I wasn't focused. And what you were talking about, the topic, right?
Put up the eyeball again. Milos was not. Gotta put up the eyeball. We gotta have this guy's attention. Come on, put it up again, bro.
Yeah. No. It will kill me completely. No Mozart balls and eyeballs.
So when Eugene comes on, I have to do it. So
Yeah.
we pray that he doesn't come on.
Yeah, we got the clan here. We got the Latino on the East Coast and the other Latino on the West Coast. Brandon, mi hermano, let East meet West, and we'll build the Golden Bridge.
Yeah, it will be name of the and title of the next stream.
The next stream. So do you have somebody else coming on? I thought somebody else was trying to come on right now. I'm sorry.
I'm with you, man.
So don't forget to tell your wife to we're going to make 24 hours live stream. So it will be pleasure.
You and Milos, you guys just tune in if you want to watch us for 4 hours.
Or for start, we start with the 6 hours live stream, and then we try to just to make it longer and longer, and then to break the Eugene's record.
Has he been on a long time before?
I don't know if he streamed 4, 5, 6, or 8 hours.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You have something to say to make that long stream.
Absolutely.
And even if I'm not native speaker, so I'm always afraid to speak that long. So it's crazy. Let's break Eugene's record for duration of the streams. Dushan is writing that on the comments. Oh, what do you think about that, Brandon? Are we able to break the Eugene stream? Oh, klaxon! What was that? What was that? Love that. That's a printer.
Hot off the press. It's Milos' channel. Oh, I'm getting Milos. You're I have some friends of mine at Apple who are watching you right now. I swear to God.
Nah, for the third. I love the sound of the printer. Squeezing. It's like in the old movie. Welcome to the
with a printer, man.
welcome to the Alberto's office. You're printing the papers for the work?
No. I have some notes here that I've written down.
Ah. It's bloody hell.
Yeah. Yeah, man. 70s and 80s, Brandon would have loved that era because it was all fashion and art at that time. Everything, it was.
Where's Eugene?
Did you ask him to come on? Did you send him the link, Milo?
Yeah. I sent him.
He's probably busy.
I don't think so. He's eating some ice creams. Oh, sure. Or running around the house.
Oh, right around the house. Okay. What time do we have? Really?
The comment cracked me. The printer sounds like me after eating beans.
My wife says we've been on for 2 hours.
Yeah. Almost 19 minutes to 2 hours.
Me got 19 more hours to go.
No, is it too long or?
Excuse me?
We all greet you. We all sending a greetings to you and thank you for letting Al to discuss with us. Brandon, what you're doing? Reading messages?
Yeah, no, I was. I tell you what, man. Let's do this next Friday.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully if I'm able to put on the stream. So if we're not going, maybe we're going to. I'm not sure if we're not going to the Brno. It's a bigger city, and we're staying there. I don't know if on Saturday or Friday, but if I'm able and free without Andrea, so we can make it around the same time. It will be around noon for you.
What does your schedule look like, Brandon? What the hell are you smelling, man? Put that thing down, will you? Come on, man. What are you smelling?
Brandon, no voice. I cannot hear you. You're mute. We're not hearing you. No. No. Who's that, Andrea Charles? I don't know her.
You hear me?
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
I'm smelling Hardin's de Bagatelle from Guerlain, Marussia Slatsevaev, and Teatro alla Scala.
Wow. I don't know anything from that.
He's going to get drunk. He's going to get boozy. Or he already is, see?
Apollo Creed. Cheers. I'm drinking
Just water, man.
Anson Smithy. Yeah.
Hey, listen, you guys, I'm going to have to take off.
Yeah. So me too, because it's almost midnight here.
It is. Go to bed. Brandon, we'll be chatting later on during the week, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You got it, bro.
That was we got it, and that was brilliant stream.
Love.
Yeah, peace and love. He turned it off so quickly. And now the more Buddha silence mode here.
Milos, how are you?
Yeah, fine. Feeling fine. Feeling impressed.
Man, listen to me. So before you head out, um, have you smelled Dior Homme Intense?
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on Dior Homme Intense?
Uh, what I do like about it, or the powderiness. I like that they came with
One
something.
second, I'm going to show you something.
They came with something special, something unique when they bring up the whole Dior line. So to me, it's interesting. I like it. I like all of them because I use them. I have them on a shelf. Dior Dior is soft skin scent, good for. It's very office friendly, and Dior intense. Yeah, I've seen those photos for you. You posted on Instagram for Bobby. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
Dior.
big Dior Homme Intense
Yeah,
fan.
and I like it. Yeah, and I like it because before that, before watching Eugene a lot and talking about so much praise and glory about whole Dior line, I've only got Valentino Uomo and Valentino Uomo Intense, which I like a lot. But when you got Dior, it's original. Is that the first guy who came with something unique and completely changed the. He was a game changer in designer game and in designer perfumery back in those days. I think that's my guess and my thought about it. And the more older I am, more I appreciate those fragrances. Even if I don't have that huge collection as you are and as you have.
Dior
uh,
Homme Intense. You know, these are the 150 mLs from 2015,
the best year.
and I think I should have held on to the 2011 because the 2011 is a bit different.
Mhm.
You know, but I do love the powderiness, and I do get the iris still in here. Dior Homme Parfum is just another beast, though. You know,
Me too.
Dior Homme Parfum is just another beast, man.
Yeah. That color and that concentration. It's more masculine.
Super more masculine, you know?
Yeah, and each of them it's for different occasion. And for me, when I where I live in mild climate
Night
here,
Rouge.
we have colder winters than yours you have in Florida. So here the having your own perfume in Europe in my position, it's a reason to I have it's a it's a place to go or the fragrance to take uh, to take out to spray it on the cold during the winter, and I can use it. But if if I would live somewhere in the southern states, I agree it's more louder or more overpowering somehow for somebody. And Diorum Intense is between something between Diorum and it can be too soft for somebody, but it's office friendly. So if you work in an office and you have people around you, it's a good fragrance to use.
Right.
And if you want to say something uh, louder with the coming out or coming into some room or some rooms or with your present, Dior Intense is good, and Dior Parfum is the for the cold winters.
It is for the cold winters, right?
Yeah, but if I would live in Jamaica, there's probably no need to have it. Maybe even if only if you're not collector. So I think the Orom Intense is the most unique and most versatile, and you have both of these complete opposite worlds. Yeah.
You know who you remind me of? You remind me of the nerd that helps James Bond.
Yeah, Q,
Yes, Hugh.
the new Q.
Yes, the guy that helps James Bond that's always on the computer, giving him the weapons. And you have like that James Bond style to you, you know? I really like that. I love
I
that.
I suppose you tell Steve Jobs like with the turtleneck and the glasses and the no hairline or receding hairline.
You know, I like your look a lot. I really like your look, you know. You look professional, you know. You look good without hair. I don't think I'd like you with hair, to be honest.
Yeah, I've had hair, and you have to accept yourself as your age, and that's the best thing how to be with yourself on your own. And when you accept it from the universe, uh, it clicks and it it comes up from you, and everybody can feel that good energy. You're not afraid to go out with it, and you're not hiding it with a cap or with anything. So I like for that what I did, because and it's more masculine version. If you receding hairlines, I don't want to invest money into the and go into the Turkey to have plastic surgery or something. It's like not accepting yourself. It's like afraiding of yourself as you are, of seeing yourself as you are. So that's maybe my advice to a people. And I can say that that's why I'm doing the live stream with Brandon, because yeah, I'm not afraid of myself, and I'm satisfied with, yeah, everybody has or making something, make some errors. That's human nature, and that's completely all right. And but it's also all right and to accept the errors and to learn from the mistakes. And is our Dexter. He looks smart. I don't know who Dexter. Who was that? Yeah, it's from some TV series. Some nerds.
Dexter,
I don't know
the
if
serial killer.
yeah, I'm very friendly with the guys who are not pushy or not fake. I love people. I love smiling a lot. I love laughing too much uh, with somebody that I know personally and that I trust. So I can be completely open, and I'm laughing so crazy and with crying almost, because yeah, that I know that guy or anybody can, yeah, I know how people are real and how people are themselves, and when they open up, it's completely different than what you see every day around you at the at somewhere at the banks, at the office, or I don't like too much formality or too much formal speech. Sometimes you have to be formal at work, but I like when I can laugh, yeah, and make some fun, and just to be surrounded by the completely open people, as you did what you did with the Mozart. That was one of the. It reminded me my whole teenage at the high school. We've done all those crazy things, and you remind me my schoolmate Lucas. He was
Luke.
Sagittarius, and every sentence what he said, it was like putting together completely different things but it was crazy thing. It was like putting together a cat and dog, and a front part of the dog and the back part of the cat, and putting together. And I love that surrealism.
Feeling.
It's the art of, because if you're ahead of, if you're kind of artist, you have that vision of that craziness or something unusual. And if you do that, as you did with the Mozart eyeball, yeah,
Why not?
yeah, it's focusing on detail, but it depends on the angle how you feel that, and somebody can laugh at it because it reminds you something else than to us or to you, and that's the great possibility of pointing of the view, how you can view on the things and how you can those are your experiences, nothing else.
Nothing else.
So thank you, and hopefully the streamer will work next week.
Absolutely. I'm
How the
hoping I
heck
get.
it wasn't working? How the heck it wasn't working?
It still said that I needed to verify my identity and that it was gonna take 24 hours. So I did the whole process, and hopefully we can do the next live on mine. Mine.
Yeah. And if not next Friday, it will be next Saturday or Sunday. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it as a young Alberto Manzano. Love that. And sorry, we didn't give you so much opportunity to tell us about your Guerlains and to present all the Guerlains, because I know you can tell the stories hours and hours. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers to absent friends who are not
Thank you.
here. Thank you.
Thank you. And please like the stream.
Yeah, please like the stream and see and like the subscribe to the Brandon's channel and follow him on Instagram. Here, his name is Lifestyles Not for Sale, if I'm not mistaken.
On Instagram, it's Brandon M. Paris.
My fault.
No problem.
So thank you for that. Bye for now. Have a good afternoon, and we'll end up our streaming. And see you in the next stream. Bye now, sailors. Bye now. Peace and love. Bye for today. Stay safe, Brendan. Bye, Dushan.